How to get internet off grid and stay connected online. Hey there, this is Matthew. I'm one of the account executives here at Discount Lots, and today on this video, I'm going to talk to you about getting internet while you're living off grid. I want you to stay online so you can still know what's going on in the world, maybe order some things if you'd like. If you don't know what Discount Lots is, you are missing out. Discount Lots, we aim to help and assist people making the land buying experience easy and affordable. No credit checks, background check, income checks. Everybody qualifies to buy land with us. We even have payment plans for everybody. If that's something that interests you, you want to stay till the end of the video so I can tell you how to reach out to us. So if you're considering living off grid, then one of the things that you have to be aware of is that there's no utilities. Duh, right? But one of those things that we take for granted is internet. Internet off grid doesn't really exist, but there are a couple ways that you can still get online. In the world that we live in right now, internet is a basic need for every individual in the world. So that's why I thought it was really important that we make a video about this so we can try to help you or anybody else get internet off grid. So let's start off with option number one when it comes to internet, and that's gonna be satellite internet. Now, a lot of people kind of heard about satellite internet. You might have seen some commercials on it way back then. And yeah, it wasn't the most reliable when it first came out. Satellite internet was mainly intended for people that lived in more rural areas, people that didn't live super close to other neighbors, people that were maybe 10, 15 minutes out of town, or people that lived more in mountains or things like that. But now satellite has been much improved. Even Elon Musk has started getting involved in satellite internet. There's a whole bunch of different providers when it comes to satellite internet. I highly recommend that you do your research, compare them, compare the prices, but they're actually pretty good. The one con about satellite internet is that it has been known to just drop in internet speed out of nowhere for no particular reason. It's just one of those things that it does. Option number two when it comes to internet is going to be something that you probably already have, and that's going to be your cell phone. Most cell phones come with mobile data, meaning you can use it to go online. Now, the beauty about using your phone is that most providers offer unlimited data, meaning you can go on the internet as much as you want with no extra cost. The cool thing about using your phone is that you can also use it as a hub spot, so that other devices such as your TV, laptop, or computer can connect to it and use the internet. You just want to make sure that whatever cell phone provider you have, make sure that they provide internet wherever you plan on being off grid. Don't just assume that you have internet now and you'll have it wherever you go. Please do not do that. I highly do not recommend that. Check with that provider first and see and make sure that they can give you internet. Option number three is going to be using a wireless turbo hub. Wireless turbo hubs are kind of like cell phones. They get data and then you use it as a hub spot. The biggest difference between this and a cell phone is that this was all it was intended for. So it actually works way better, way easier than a cell phone. You can usually connect multiple devices to a turbo hub, and if not, you can connect it to a Wi-Fi router that'll provide internet throughout your entire home. The biggest and best thing about turbo hubs is the reason they were created was so that people could have internet anywhere in the world, meaning living off grid, these devices were basically made just for you. So they work a lot better than some other options. There's a couple different options when it comes to turbo hubs. Some of them use different ways to get data. For example, I do know that there's one that uses a SIM card, and that's how it provides data to the turbo hub. They're pretty inexpensive and they're not too bad. So definitely take a look at it, compare some turbo hubs out there, but they're really made for the off-grid lifestyle. So this is a great option when trying to get internet off-grid. And the last option, which is probably the worst option in my opinion, is that you have to drive into town and use the Wi-Fi. If you have to do this, then that means that either A, none of the other options work for you, or B, you didn't invest into the other options. Either way, it doesn't matter, but if you're driving into town to use Wi-Fi, then you're not really living the off-grid lifestyle. So please do not rely on this as an option, because in my opinion, it is a no-go. So those are the options out there when it comes to getting internet while you're living off-grid. There's a couple good ones, but I highly recommend, and I say highly, and I can't say it highly enough, that you get at least two of these options. Why? I want to make sure that whatever options you choose, you have a backup just in case. So most people already have a phone, so think of that as the backup option, and you can use a Turbo Hub or satellite image. Or vice versa, use your phone as the #1 option and then use the Turbo Hub or satellite internet as a backup. Whatever you choose on using, I highly recommend have a backup, because there are going to be times when your first option doesn't work out well. One quick thing about cell phones, there are ways to get a signal boost. These come in the form of antenna boosters. So take a look into that, because they might help you with your cell phone and you might not even need any of these other options. A friendly reminder though, that these internet options aren't like being at home connected to internet that is wired. It's gonna be a little bit slower, so bear with it in mind and just know you'll get used to it after a while. So that's it for today's video. It was a pleasure having you guys with us. As always, if you liked what you saw, make sure you click that like. If you have any questions or anything like that, or comments, make sure you leave those comments below. We try to read all of them. And make sure you subscribe to the page, click on that bell notification, because we always have more videos like this one coming up in the future. If you don't know what Discount Lots is, make sure you follow some of the links that we have posted for you below. Discount Lots, we offer land for everybody. No credit, background, or income check. Everybody qualifies. We even have payment plans for people like you. Make sure you check us out. That's it for today's video. I'll see you on the next one.